Apologise for the mess behind me. One day I'll get it sorted. Hello Alison, how are you? Lovely to have you with us. So today, oh my goodness, I am so in my happy place. The DT will tell you that I have been squealing for the past few weeks as I was ordering journals, as the journals arrived. Oh my goodness, they're so lush. At one point I sent a picture to Louise and was like, do I have to put them in a shop? They're so pretty, I want them all. Hi Susan. So I just thought I'd show you what I've got, what's in the shop. And then I am almost finished the Pink Pig journal that I'm currently working on. So I'm almost finished that. So we're going to play in that tonight before I treat myself to a new one. I'm hoping all the pretty colours survive so that I can get a pretty coloured one when I've finished. And I've got some of my old journals. Actually, I've been art journaling for 20 odd years and I've completed 3 journals and 2 of those are Pink Pig ones. So that's how much I love them. Right, I shall swizzle you round. Do you want to play first or do you want to see the journals first? Well, let me know. Thanks. While I sort the lighting out. Oh, I do love a Pink Pig journal. I didn't realise quite how many colours there are of everything. It took me quite a while to decide what I was actually going to have for the shop. Basically, I chose my favourites. And I hope everyone else finds them their favourites too. So do you want me to play first or do you want to see the options of journals? When I was playing, I can show you at the end. I've also got my finished journals to the side as well, so we can have a little flip through of journals at the end. Maybe that's an idea. Right, I'm hoping nothing weird is about to happen. I've had a little something's gone wrong message come up, but I can still see your messages coming in, so I think we're all good. You want to see the options? Okay. I'm just going to widen the desk because I need a bigger space to show you. It's raining here and it's absolutely lovely. You know, we've had like scorching weather and now it's like really, really heavy raining, but it's nice summer rain and it smells gorgeous. I know that sounds a weird thing to say, but it's absolutely lovely out there. Right, just gathering some space. Let me have a little look. So, the options I've got, I'm not taking them all down with me because there's quite a lot, but hopefully we'll work out what we've got. So, the smallest journal we've got, which is adorable. I will definitely be treating myself to a small journal. Look how dinky that is. So this is the 4x4 journal. I think this would be a great kind of starter one or just like quick creativity one. And I love the paper. So I've gone for the Amelie paper. You can actually get journals with the Bockingford paper, which is probably like the best quality watercolour paper you could get, but it does make the journals a bit more pricey. But this is the journals that I've been working on before and they've all been absolutely fine. So this is the 4x4 and I've got ivory in all the options. Some of the options didn't cut, but in the 4x4, 6x6 and A5, I've got the choice of this hot pink, which is gorgeous. This is the 6x6 journal. So we've got this and we've got the teal blue as well. So let's just, you can see. Somebody's bought a set of all pink journals. They look so cute putting them all together. I know, look at it. It's a baby journal. So this is the 6x6. I've got a wee frog in my throat. So I've got 2 options of this. So these are all the colours I've got. So I bought for the shop. I bought pink, I bought the teal, I bought the yellow and the lime green. So they're all fabulous. So this is the 6x6 option. So we have 4x4, 6x6. Then we've got the A5 and we've got that in all the colours plus ivory. And then the rest of the options only came in the ivory option. So we have the 8x8. I love it if you stack them. Look at that, it's gorgeous. 8x8. I don't have a journal this size, so hopefully if they don't all sell out, one of these will be entering my stash. So we've got the A4, and I've gone for the landscape version, which means that the spine is at the top. But I think it's just because I'm so used to using this one. And as I said, I've just really loved it, and I quite like the fact that the rings are at the top and not at the side. I saw that pop in. It's so cute, the tiny one. I'm definitely going to have a tiny one for myself. So that's the A4 one. And then we have this one, which we were working in the other day. I was working in my one the other day when we created my weird scene that I've not finished it. This is 11 by 11. So I'll let you see all the square ones so you can see the difference in sizes. And then we'll go and we'll play in the ones we've got. So as I said, most of them have the options of the 4 colours as well. So that's 11 by 11. That only comes in ivory. We've got 8 by 8. And again, that only comes in ivory. Not some of the options didn't have the options for colours, which is why we don't have them. We've got the 6 by 6. That comes in all 4 colours. And then the 4 by 4. I love seeing them stacked like that. Woo! And then we have the A4, which only comes in ivory, and then the A5, which comes in all 4 colours. What type of paper are the pages? So these are the Posh Amelie watercolour papers. So they're a watercolour paper. They are like a hot press, so they're really smooth. It doesn't have the dimples. It's the same one as I always use. I have been using Pink Pig for years, and they're honestly my ultimate favourite journal, and I've tried a lot. I've got Dina Wakley ones, I've got Studio Light ones, I have Diane Reevely ones, I have loads of journals, and I always come back to Pink Pig, so I'm so excited to actually have them in the shop. So they're a watercolour card, but they do take mixed media absolutely fine. As I said, I didn't go for the Bockingford one because it puts the price up, and I kind of think for the crafting that we do, that is absolutely sufficient for that. So those are all the options. How many sheets in each journal? There's 25 leaves in each journal, so 50 sides altogether. Okay, so I'll put them aside now and we'll play in my journal. But I mean, if you've joined me here before, you will see that, like, we were working in my version of this the other week. I nearly always, every time I do a live, it's nearly always in one of my Pink Pig journals because they're just so good. They're my comfort journal, and I always feel very safe using them, so, which is why they tend to be like, I'm just putting these all away because I don't want to damage them, because these are actually the shops. When I started taking them all down, I was kind of like, hello Pippa, you're gonna have to dip in and out. That's absolutely fine. Thank you for being willing to dip in and out. Now, where did I put the one I'm actually working in? Here we go. So I can show you a flip through of the ones that I have been working in later. So, like, you'll have seen me. Who've seen me, like, this one's still a work in progress, but you know, you'll have seen me use these quite often. So I am going to start off by, I'm going to sort of almost do a bit of a print for this, I think. And we shall see how we go. Right. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really have a plan. I'm just winging it, and we shall see what occurs. I'm just going to scribble on here. And because I'm using all 3 primary colours, I'm kind of going to make sure that they don't touch so we don't get brown. So I've kind of got the blue going into the green going into the yellow, and then the yellow going into the red. So we should get nice bright colours and not get brown. Whereas if we had the red and the green, or the red and the yellow touching together, it would make mud. So I don't exactly know. I don't know that I want stock, sorry, I didn't want it that sort of what's the word, I didn't want it so that all the colour was just in the stem. I'm going to give that a wee spray. Don't know if this is going to work. Basically I saw these little characters and thought, oh, what could I do with them? Good evening, Carol, how are you? Right, so I'm going to just turn this round and push that down and see what occurs. Kind of need a spare journal. None of them are to hand now because I have them all on display. Ooh, it's interesting. It's quite good doing stuff like this. It's ever so random. Quite like that. A bit different. I'm going to save that. That'll go on a mop-up page later, but I just don't have one to hand. I'm not sure that I want the drips quite as solid as that, so I'm just going to give it a quick spray just to loosen that a bit. Oh, that is pretty. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm just going to... very nice. Very, very nice. Let's dry that with the old heat gun. And
I'm
then
not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa off. Don't quite know why she decided to come on. I didn't say her name. Right. Yeah, that's Alison saying she loves the Amelie ones. They take everything. Like, I have been journaling for years, and like I have abused these journals within an inch of their lives. And they've withstood everything. It's never been in holes. Never created a hole in it. Sometimes I'm getting a bit of mud there. Can you see what I mean? That's kind of gone a slightly brown because the pink's bled in. I might pick some of that up with a cloth. Sometimes I find it pills slightly when I put a lot of water on it, but I just tend to find if I let it dry and then start again, then that tends to work. This is really pretty. I like it a lot. I don't even mind the fact that that's gone a bit sludgy. Yeah, so she's been very naughty. I'm not going to say her name in case she comes back on again. But I've almost completed this journal. So I'm excited because I can genuinely steal some from my shop without feeling guilty about it. I mean, I did want to take one of every colour and one of every size, but you know, I'm trying to show some restraint. I did send a picture of them all sent up to my hubby because he was away in Orkney when they arrived, and I was like, they're so pretty. Do I have to put them in my shop? I'm just going to pull this back down because I've got a little bit of a paint palette going on here now. I'll still put it in another journal in a bit, but as soon as I don't have one to hand, we will just use this as a bit of a paint palette so I can add a little bit extra. Oh yeah, we've got rain here, but I'm loving it. It's just, I was just saying that, it's just nice summer rain because it's been so hot. It's just kind of, it's lovely summer rain. And it's just, I don't know, the droplets are big and juicy and it smells fabulous. Do you know what I mean? Like when it's been really hot, that the rain after it is just really nice. Or am I just weird? I love the rain though. Like, this is the sort of rain I would quite happily go for a walk in and get absolutely drenched. I really like this. I didn't know that this was what was going to occur, but I'm liking it. I think I need a bit more pink though. Just turning this into a bit of a paint palette now. Works great as one, so it's absolutely fine. So these are the Stencil Sweet collection, and this is the Club. Got pink grass because why not? And then let's get some splashes as well, just because we can. And then I'll decide what I'm doing with it. It looks a very mystical, magical tree. Do you know, it's been a while since I've used my ink lines. Some yellow splatters on that as well. Kind of almost don't want to put my moon rat on it now, but we'll have a look. We'll see what occurs. Big lot droplets are we. Oh, do you know, it's always the way when you go to get your hair done, isn't it? I say that to my hairdressers. It's like a weather forecast. If I'm getting my hair done, you can guarantee we're going to get rain. I love the interest that all the watercolours like created. I love the unpredictability of watercolour and doing stuff like this. I think things like this are really fun when you're journaling because it's like you have to let go of control somewhat. You don't exactly know what you're going to get. but it's pretty. I'm just going to heat it up this side as well slightly. So as you can see, like I've put water on this twice and I've heated it up. So paper doesn't like that. It doesn't like being soaked and then force dried. It can quite often warp, and there is a bit of bendage to it, I'm not going to lie, but I mean it's pretty flat. It's really nice. So my idea was to like have a moon rat there, but I don't know if I just really like that as it is. I kind of want to, what do we reckon? Should we just build this up as it is? I kind of feel that's what I want to do. Let's get some pencils in. I might build the grass up, and I've got some of these as well. I don't know why. These are really old stamps. Hands up if you remember these. These are the very still collect. I know, I love it. I kind of want to just leave it as is, but I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of the time, because those other pages are reserved for a YouTube video. Right, I'm going to leave it. I like it, but let's see if I can finish a sentence. Right, I am going to add a little bit of detail with pencil work and that, and then we can maybe, I don't know whether to do some scribbly lines, or I just really like that. Right, let's get some pinks, because this is a normal place that has pink grass. Where's my sharpener? It's over here. A little character, but on the right. Have a think. Have a think. I might start fiddling and then destroy it and want to finish it off. See, in my head it was kind of going to be slightly whimsically Wonderland, and I was going to have a little moon rat, and I was going to have this set of, you know, the, what you call it, the signpost thing. Maybe if we brought it further down. Possibly. Decisions. If I ruin it, I'll be creating another page just like that, because I like it. Signposts be good. Okay, let's get, just gonna give this, let's give this a bit of definition and see what occurs. I'm just gonna put a little bit of shade into this side. I've stopped talking, sorry. I've gone into complete creation mode. Oh, I like it a lot. I mean, I don't really know what it is. It's a splodgy tree. Like further down. Yeah, we'll have a look. I'll see what my tree light looks like once I've fiddled a bit more. And then we can look at that. If we bring him further down, we will need to bring this grass further down as well. But we can do that. It's like a tree to me. Yeah. Yeah, it was meant to be just, yeah. I saw it and then I did that and I'm like, yeah, I see tree as well. I see tree. I see trees are green. Right. I'm just gonna play, deepen some of these elements up. Right, let's get some more pencil colours. Get some more pencil colours. I'm going to get a yellow, I think. My friend bought me these in March. I've only had them for a couple of months, and check how much some of them pencils are already used. Going through them very quickly because they're like fastly. That's wrong, bad English. They're quickly becoming some of my favourites. Wondering whether, instead of a character, I know we've probably done this like 1,000 times already and you're maybe sick of it, but you know we've got the tiny little villages from the Faraway Tree, the Enchanted Forest collection. I'm just wondering whether one of those little villages down here might work. I'm just going to build up the colour at the bottom of this tree. I quite like how it's broken here, so I don't want to kind of go in too much, but I'm just trying to give it a little bit of emphasis, and I might bring the yellow up over some of these bits here so that it's less browny looking. Almost looks like, yeah, like a weird galaxy tree, doesn't it? It's fun. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Brilliant. Let's get some of the blues. The blues. At this rate, we're going to be finished really quickly. It's unusual for me. And we've waffled about journals for a while. I mean, the past few lives have gone on for about 2 hours, so I didn't expect to just do something and then fall in love with it quite so quickly. Right. Let's get a little bit of shading in some of this as well. Just punch up the colours slightly. I mean, I'm sort of inclined to do a doodly border, but I actually really like the fact it's so loose, so I'm not sure I will. I'm just going to emphasize some of where, you know, where we've got these little kind of cauliflower water stain things, but not too much. Sorry guys, I've just kind of gone into a nice quiet zoned out thing. I'm going to pull in some acrylic markers, I think, just to get sort of like create little flowers down here, and then I'm gonna have to decide what I want to do because I really like it like that. Markers. Okay, let's get some of these in. I think it's funny, I normally go for like pink dots, didn't flowers, but because the grass is pink we're going to have to go for yellow ones, but that's fine. Pretty. Some slightly more orangey ones in as well. I thought something to myself there and now I've forgotten what I thought to myself. Oh, that's what it was. I was thinking I might just add some more sort of dots coming out with the tree. make it look slightly more magical. It's definitely a fantasy tree, isn't it? I'm definitely obsessed by drawing trees at the minute. I don't know what I'm going to do as another collection, because it's like I just keep drawing trees. You've already got trees. So I'm hoping when I go to the Fringe with my friend, I tend to come back very inspired from going to the Fringe. So I'm hoping that when I do that, that I'll have done a bit of sketching and the weird and wonderful inspiration from the Fringe might hit and we'll have something different. I like that. I like it. Do I want to ruin it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Do I have a blending mat to hand? I feel like I've lost everything in my studio, honestly. I should have a blending mat close by, but I cannot see it. I'm wondering whether to put some blue in from the edge. Does the character work? I don't know. Really don't know. Possibly. Possibly. Then I'm going to start bringing some black in. I'm just going to leave it there and hopefully somebody will come in the comments and say yes or no. I could then do some sort of like harlequin detail with black pen. What do we think? Hello, Tracy. What's going on? Your comment keeps repeating. I have no idea, Dominique. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing it repeating. I can only see it once. So I don't know if it's doing that for everyone else. What do we reckon? You like it without the character, Carl? Yeah, I kind of do as well. You could have the character on a path rather than more grass. Decisions. Right. I am going to have to make a decision, aren't I? I want to leave that, but what we can do, trouble is, I need those pages for a video that I'm making. Oh, who just thought I'd run out of, right, hang on, let me grab my other journal. Okay. Gonna go with the big guns now. Right, I am leaving that as is because I think it is gorgeous. But let's make another one. And on the other one, we will go with characters. But on the other one, we're going to use this one. I'm going to use that. We've still not finished that page from the other live. Right, let's get this. I'm going to have to clean it, otherwise we're going to get mud. And we do not want mud. Right, this one we will go OTT. Because we can. Bit heartbreaking to get rid of all of that, but it is what it is. It's just on your TV screen. Hi Jessica, lovely to have you with us. Right, so now we're pretty much going to make the exact same page we just made, but on a bigger canvas. Could possibly have two. Ooh, let's really go for it. Right. Trouble is I don't have, and on this one we will fill it with things because I'm too attached to it. I always think that's when you know when a page is done. When you get to the stage of like you're worried about ruining it, that's when to stop. Whereas if you're not quite sure, keep going. That's my vision. That's my version of what needs done. I'm kind of like, yeah, if you're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure if I like that, then you keep going until you do. And if you're going, oh no, I'm going to ruin it, then that's when to stop. Have a treble. Well, have a look. What I want to make sure, which I will try, is that if I layer, because to kind of put multiple down, we're going to have to layer on top of each other. So I will dry each layer in between, but we're going to have to make sure that we don't get mud. Although we can fix with acrylic markers. There are fixes. So just spray this. So let's Let's put one here. This one will probably not turn out nearly as nice just because it won't want to play ball now. Almost nervous to take this up to see if it's going to look as nice as the last one. Nope. Right, I'm going to do the same as I did last time. Let that run a little, and then I'm just going to spray it to soften the colour a little bit. Right, let's give this a waft. I'm just going to, before I dry it, pick up this bit in the middle, because that's the bit that's going to turn a bit brown. I've just lost the ability to talk now, apparently. Cute, cute, cute. Right. Clean this off. Honestly makes me want to cry wasting that ink, but never mind. I also don't want mud on my page, so needs must. Needs must, and that's okay. Right, let's do it again. At least this time I don't have to waste the ink because it can become my palette like it did last time. I love techniques like this because you just never quite know what you get, even though you do the exact same thing as you just did. You can end up with very different results. Right, if we do get a bit of muddiness with this, which I'm imagining we will, I'm hoping I can fix it up with coloured pencils if need be. Spray. So we're just basically rinsing and repeating. So let's bring that. I want to let's bring it down a bit, right? And smoosh it down. I do like a bit of smooshing. Okay. Ooh, that was a lot drier. Very textured, that one. Let's just get a bit of water spray, move it about a bit. Ooh, nice. Nice. Again, I'm just going to lift this bit here because that's muddying slightly. So if I lift it before it turns to mud, and then we'll dry it off. She says, if I can get my hands to work. So this is the 8x8 journal. So we've worked in the A5 so far, and then this is the this is the 11x11. I don't have an 8x8 yet. I think 8x8 will be falling into my basket. By falling into the basket, I'll be like just changing the quantity numbers in the shop. But I think I fancy an 8x8. I also really fancy the 4x4. And I'm almost finished my A5. And I also want the A4. Yeah, I can see me stealing at least 6 journals from the shop. I was good though, I put them all in the shop first. So you guys get your pick first. I have to say that the coloured ones, well actually all of them are down to single figures, but the coloured ones we don't have a huge amount of units of those. So if there's a particular colour you fancy. Do you know that there's 26 colours of each Pink Pig journal? It was so hard choosing because obviously I had a budget, I couldn't buy everything I wanted. So basically I chose my favourites. But I think in the ones that I chose ones that are not normally chosen by people that stock Pink Pig. I think I went for a very bright, prefer bright ones rather than the traditional sort of reds and blues. So yeah, I don't know whether that's a good thing or not at the minute. Right, let's fill this out and get some more pink grass, because pink grass is fun. We're needing that to be a lot deeper than that though, aren't we? Needing a lot more juice than that. Just popped on to say hello. Gran Canaria? Ooh, very nice. I'm not jealous at all, Pauline. Thank you for stopping in when you're on your holiday. Wow, that means a lot, honestly. Thank you so much. Can't believe that. I have to say that if I was on holiday in the Gran Canaria, the last thing I'd be doing would be checking out Crafting Live. So thank you so much. That genuinely means so much. Oh, the one thing I've gone wax lyrical about the journals, the one thing I have forgot to mention on the live tonight is that they are currently 10% off. So I was so excited about being able to launch them that I have put a little discount code on them. So they are 10%, but that discount ends at midnight tonight. So if you were contemplating it, you may wish to do it before midnight. Now this is the only downside, well not downside, this is the only thing I find with these, but it's pilling ever so slightly. Let's have a look. Let's be completely honest when we're doing it. It is pilling ever so slightly, so see that bit's there, that's just the paper pilling. But what I tend to find, because there's times when I'm like, oh no, it's really pilling, what am I going to do? And I find that as soon as it's dry, I can start working with watercolour again, and it seems to forget that, it stops doing it, so I think it's okay. It works. Oh, Alison's just ordered one of each of the A4 11 by 11. Oh my goodness, Alison, amazing. That's going to be one very heavy parcel. Postman will be like, what on earth? I like this. I think it's, yeah, it's very, very whimsical. So this is what I mean. I'm going to dry this off now, and I'll show you that once it's dry, that sort of pilling that you sit there and think, oh no, the paper's pilling, you literally just brush it away, and then the paper's good to go again. Oh, Deb, where are you going on your hollybobs? We're down in Glasgow for a week, but it's more for an event than for a holiday, for a special international event, which is cool. And then I'm going to the Fringe with my friend middle of August, which I can't wait. It's like, honestly, the two of us, we do it every year, and it's our time. And oh my goodness, hello Stephanie, how are you? I have to tell you this, I can't believe I've not mentioned it already, but there's this, what's it called? Is it Riza by Nikki? And they do these like tasting menu meals with themes. And last year, just before they went, they had a Wizard of Oz theme. And I was like, oh wow, I really want to do that. But by the time we went there, they changed it and it wasn't a Wizard of Oz theme anymore. It was a kind of circus theme. And neither of us were that bothered. We're like, we'll just wait. We come to Edinburgh often enough that we can just wait till there's a theme that we really want. Well, on Instagram last week, I suddenly started getting all these notifications that they are doing, hello Rare Root Crafts, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, they are doing an Alice in Wonderland themed meal. Oh my goodness. So it's a 6-course meal. And you can choose between cocktails and wine to pair with the meal. I am so beyond excited. I was just literally spamming my friend, going, look at this, here's the menu, here's a reel that tells you all about it, here's this. So we've booked that, and that's like, oh my goodness, I am so excited. So yeah, can we cope with another Alice in Wonderland range? Because I think if I come back from the Fringe, That's probably what's going to be in my head. Oh, you're going to Spain. Lovely, lovely. I know, it has been a while. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm beyond excited. Part of me wants to kind of get to see, part of me almost wants to get an outfit to dress up. I am. It's just like, it could not be anything better than me. My friend, I was like, I don't mind what we do for the other few days, but I really, really want to do this because we normally try and mix it up. I mean, I just love the Fringe, and I just find it is so creative. You're just surrounded by creative people, even if it's not the niche that we're particularly in. It's just, I always come back buzzing. We normally go and do a couple of shows. I love an improv show, so we do that, and yeah, and we normally go to, so we quite often go to like the art galleries and things, and I normally visit the art shop. I probably will still visit the art shop even if she doesn't fancy it. And then one of my favourite days is we go down the Makers Market, and it's like this market where there's all sorts of people and different things, and it's like there's some artists, there's felt artists, there's people that make candles, there's crochet things. Last year there was a woman that had painted all these scenes on a feather. Oh my word, I was just beyond, like, I was like, what is, oh, I was just, there was this woman also that had this amazing stand with all this fabulous jewellery. And I'm looking at it, and as I'm talking to her, I'm kind of like, oh, look, the artwork on the wall is jelly prints. That's amazing. And I was like, oh, those jelly prints? And she's like, yeah. And then I suddenly looked at all the jewellery again and realised that all the jewellery had been jelly printed. I was like, oh my days. I could not, honestly, I was like, I can't believe this. It was absolutely stunning. And there's just people, all sorts of makers from all sorts of genres. And oh, I just always come back absolutely buzzing. And it's funny, sometimes we sit in the beer gardens and stuff and it's really loud and it's buzzing. Last year we did Masioki, which was great fun. That was good fun. And then other days we just sit in Princess Street Gardens and with a drink and read a book and do some sketching. So it's very, I just always come back so creatively buzzing. So I'm normally on a high, but the fact that I'm going to be going and having an Alice in Wonderland themed meal, oh my days. You've taken up spinning. Do you know what? Kezia is really into crochet, and she started keeping all her scraps of wool, and she, what's it? Alistair, if you're watching, can you ask Kezia what it is? I think it's called carding. So she takes her scraps of wool and she breaks them into fibres, and then you card them, and then you start spinning them. And then when we were away visiting our friends in Grantham, we went to this like little village because we were actually going to meet up with my sister for a meal. We went to this little village, and it was the guild, the Weavers Guild, were having an event at the local town hall. So on the street there was this woman with a spinning wheel doing spinning, and Kezia has been wanting to try that for so long. So yeah, she got a little go of it, and the woman was quite happy to have a little go, and she was so good at it as well, because apparently it is quite difficult. Some people, oh, is it a carding? Yeah, thanks. So some people struggle with it, because the woman said to us it's a bit like having to like tap your tummy, and do you know what, I'm falling in love with this one now. This one I'm definitely putting characters on. I was like, yeah, I'll do another one so that I don't fall in love with it, and we can add all the characters and make it really whimsical. And now I'm looking at this going, aww. Could actually bring the branch. Should we bring some branches in? Yeah, so she was really, really good at it. So we had a look while we were there, because the women kind of said to us that there would be a guild nearby, and there is. So I don't think it's too expensive to join. I think it's something like £25 for the year. And sometimes they do yarn dyeing, and sometimes they do spinning and stuff like that. But she was really good in it. But so she's currently got a homemade spinner, like drop spinner. So she's been using that. But yeah, I think a proper spinning wheel will be on her wish list. Definitely, for sure. I'm just kind of drawing some little branches here. Branches are not difficult. They're basically just squiggly lines, and then you just need to take like little V's off them like that. And that's it's very tricky until you get the hang of doing different things. Yeah, I think Kezia's well, she's undiagnosed, but we reckon it's like either ADHD or ADHD or something like that. But she was saying for her, it was very natural to be doing two different things, because she quite often is. Like, she has to keep, like, if she's sitting doing something with her hands, her feet are constantly going, or if she's walking, she's fidgeting with something. So like, doing something with both her hands and her feet at the same time is kind of natural. It's almost very soothing to her. That's how she kind of functions better. So for her, it suited her really, really well. Like that with the branches. I'm sorry, I'm going to end up creating something else that I don't know. I need to stick to the plan, but I almost don't want to do that. I almost don't want to do this one up as well. You recommend the Guild. You can borrow a wheel once you're a member. Oh, that's a good idea. Well, I definitely think we just have such a busy summer. So we might, it might have to be out till after August. And then also I'm planning on signing her up for because like she's just been sort of self-studying this last year, because we've kind of been going through a bit of a de-schooling process with her. But I'm planning on signing her up for like online schooling in a bit later, but it'll be because it'll be the one I've seen is like actually the English, an English school, so it'll be like English holidays and things like that. So she might start that in September. So we're just gonna have to see like what works well for her, so that we're not taking maybe too much on at once. But yeah, I definitely think she really fancies the Guild. Oh, I like bringing a bit of yellow down into the trunk as well. That's kind of married the colours together quite well, hasn't it? Did you watch the tennis on Saturday and Sunday? I didn't watch the tennis either of the days. Oh my goodness, like Saturday, we've got a bit muddy there, so I'm actually just going to come in with the yellow again to brighten that up in there. I didn't watch Saturdays. Trying to think why not now. And Sunday I was actually on a Zoom meeting. And plus they moved the time of the final to 4 o'clock, so it meant I completely missed it because my Zoom meeting was at 5. So I'm like, thank you. Liking the branches. Yeah, that was just gradually gaining confidence with trying it. This is the thing though, journals are a place to play and to enjoy yourself. So this is where you experiment and you sit there and think, oh, I'll try this and see if it works. And if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But then if you really like the technique, that's maybe where it could go on a painting that goes on the wall, or that maybe it goes into a handmade card that you're giving to someone. But you've become familiar with how it's going to what's going to happen, and you've kind of already problem solved quite a bit of it as well. But journals are just a lot more freeing, and I think we get a lot more natural creativity in a journal. I'm going to put a bit of an edging to this so that it looks like this tree is a bit more behind. So I'm going to emphasize some of the little kind of cauliflower bits that we've got naturally, where the watercolour sort of splayed a little bit, and just bring that colour in ever so slightly. I think it's a bit dark, that green, so I'm going to come back in with the yellow, just lighten it up so it actually matches with the ink colours that we used. I love building the mediums, you know, working with different mediums to colour. I used to be very much like, if I was using markers, I was using markers, and I thought you can get a true, I'm like, if you know how to use your markers properly, you can get a true effect with them and stuff like that. But now I've really kind of embraced sort of mixing my mediums. I absolutely love doing that. Hello Sharon, thank you. Yes, this has been quite the experiment. I started off doing this page See, now I'm looking at this and thinking we need to add the tree branches to this one, don't we? And I fell in love with this so much that I didn't want to add any characters. And then I did this one so I can add characters, and now I'm liking this one more than that one. Ooh, I think it's because we maybe need to add the branches. I've said that already. Yeah, to be honest, when I saw what the result was, I was kind of glad I hadn't watched it, because I would have liked Alcaraz to win as well. I'd have been all depressed at the end of it anyway, so it was probably just as well. At least I wasn't sort of emotionally invested for a few hours and then my favourite lost. That's happened to me on more than enough occasions. I just want to do a whole page of these now. I still don't want to put my characters on, but we will. Right, let's get some acrylic markers in here. Create some little flowers and things like we did on the last one. I'm going to be playing with this technique now. I'm going to be like, could just see my journals getting filled with these sort of like rainbow trees. Who'd have thought? It starts off with a club stencil. I mean, that's what we started with, a club stencil. And we've ended up with these really rainbow That's not really what I'd planned for. I didn't have a plan. My plan was to use this little guy. Proper anticlimax to the fortnight. To be honest, I hadn't watched that much. Waste of your strawberries and creams, was it? Right, let's get a brighter orange in here for some flowers. And then I will do the same as I did last time, and I will add a few more sort of dots. Right, I mean, we do have some of the splatters, but I'm just going to sort of emphasize that with a few more dots in the colours. You can be a bit more specific as to where you want them. Right. See, I'm in the exact same position as I was earlier, and just not wanting to. I still don't want to put the characters in. I still don't want to do. Oh, right, let's. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna procrastinate and add some branches to this one. Oh my goodness, how bad is this? Just kind of showing you me doing the same tree like 3 times. Right. It's your page, leave it off if you want. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, you have the stencil. Well, I would love to see the results, Sharon. If you do have a play, please do share them in the group. I love seeing what you all make. It's my favourite thing. It's been my favourite is like when the Enchanted Forest collection went out and there was like loads of makes coming in on the group. I was just like so happy. It is my absolute favourite thing. So if you do make something with it, please, please, please. Right. I've got to make a decision. Oh, it's definitely too crowded on that one. I can't have spent an hour just painting 3 trees. Julia has lots of pens. She's not sure what she's using. Thank you, Alistair. Just as well you're away in Orkney when the last delivery arrived. Doop, doop, doop. You have to make some paper backgrounds with that effect. No, it's just that somebody needs to help me. I'm supposed to be putting this in so that we have a contrast between this and this, but I'm now liking this one more than I like this one. Yeah. Someone's asking, oh, which pens? Right, hang on, I need to scroll back. Let's see if I can get this to work. Distract me. Well, somebody can tell me which page I'm. Let's have a look. Yes. So these are Ecoline pens. So I've got Ecoline pens here, and I have these are polychromos pencils. So that's what I am using for just now. The pens are always so bright. No character. Yeah, Sue's saying no character. Yeah, I actually really like it, guys. I'm so sorry. You've seen me painting the same tree 3 times. But yeah. Yeah. And just, it's very, do you know, this is very not my style, but I absolutely love it. And I think this is where playing. This is where journals are great because you play. I would never have probably done that if it had not been from a journal. And then this idea sparked this idea. So, do you want a flip through of some of the journals that I've... Oh, thank you, Carol. So, if you are wanting to treat yourself to a journal, this is the 11 by 11 that we've done this one in. And this is the A5. I can show you some pages in this one. If you are planning on treating yourself, there's a 10% discount. So journal 10, and it lasts until midnight tonight. I'll just do a quick flip through of this one. So we have, and as you can see, I've thrown loads of different mediums at it. She does like colour. I do indeed. That one I'm not sure of. That's a bit OTT. I like this one. These are actually old journal pages that I fell out of love with. And I tore them out of their original journal page and put them into here. I quite like a big journal page for that. That, you know, sometimes if you make a card or make something and you don't know what to do with it, it can become a feature in a bigger one. So I'm just giving you some ideas. I don't like that page either. Just giving you some ideas of what we can actually do. That this is what a journal's for as well. These are not completed pages, but these were when the what was the name? Wanda's Whimsical World collection came out. I was actually just playing with the stamps to seeing how many different scenes I could create with them. So these aren't completely finished. They're not perfect, but it was just experimenting, and I do think a journal is a place to experiment. That's using one of, well, both of those are freebies actually, and then I've paired that up with some stuff from Louise Sims. That page I hate. I think we did it as a live, but I hate it. Not thrilled on this, but I don't hate it. It's funny because that was my stencil to make a big tree, and now I've actually drawn tree stamps, which are so much nicer. You're going to have some smaller ones, as you've bought an A4 and A3 Pink Pig last week. You love Pink Pig. Yeah, so we've got I'll show you the little ones in a second. That's one of my favourite pages I've ever done in my life. I love that page. This was using some granulating paints. So yeah, they hold up to all sorts of... That's not the same stencil, that's the spade stencil. We've been playing with the club one tonight. That was my painting of Emerald City. This is something I've started and not finished. Bit of grid journaling. Those are the using the... So as you can see, that you can... There's so much you can do. That's the one we did the other week, which I've not finished. It still needs shadowing and stuff like that. And then today. So you can see there's absolutely loads you can do with it. And then here's my completed... there's a flip through of this on my YouTube channel. But you can see, like, I've got MDF on the front of that. So I tend to decorate my journals once they've finished. But they take a substantial amount of weight because that is MDF. So I'll just show you somebody mentioned the tiny ones. Oh, I'll just show you what we've got again before I say goodbye. just in case, because I know a few of you weren't here at the beginning. So we have, in all 4 colours, we have the 4x4s. So that's the 4x4. It's so cute. I'm hoping that you leave me a 4x4 because I want a 4x4. We also have 6x6s, again, in all 4 colours. We have the 8x8. The 8x8 only comes in ivory. It didn't have the option for the fun colours for that. And we have the 11x11 that I've been working in today. Then we have the A4. So that's the 4 colours I've got on my website. I've got the green, the hot pink, the sort of tealy colour, although they call it sky blue, but it's more of a teal, and the yellow. And then we have the A4, which I want as well because I don't have an A4, so I'm hoping that there's a few of those left as well. Anyway, thank you ever so much. I will not be here next Monday. I am in Glasgow. So I'm not be here next Monday, but I will be here the Monday after that. But I should have some YouTube videos going up, so I should still have plenty of entertainment to provide for you. Sharon, if you do make something using that stencil, please do share. As with any of you, I would love it if you would share what you make. It's my favourite thing, seeing what you guys make. So I'm just going to put these pages back up before I say goodbye. And I think I am going to just be making these trees for like forever. There you go. So that's what I've done tonight. The same thing 3 times. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you guys later. I will see you in a fortnight.